Good morning and welcome to build day 17. And I was off again last night on my day count when I closed it, as usual. Breakfast of the day. It's a nice fall morning. Leaves are changing, a little bit of a breeze blowing some leaves down. What's a good fall breakfast, guys? Pancakes and maple syrup. There you go, breakfast of the day, pancakes and maple syrup. Just getting out here, got the truck moved, got the flags up. Do not have the blow-ups plugged in yet. I'm getting ready to go do that. And I got to thinking, you guys haven't had a walkthrough of the haunt for a while. You've been seeing little snippets and displays, you know, as we get them done, but you haven't had a walkthrough. So I figured I'd walk the haunt. I do this every morning. I walk the haunt just to double check, see if there's any damage overnight. See if anyone got in and messed with anything. And I figured I'd do that when I plug in the blow-ups. You can see my wife's had a lot of fun with the cobwebbing. She's still got so much more to do. Haven't made it into the clown hall yet, and I've explained that in several vlogs. The stuff's buried. So all you're seeing is a striped wallpaper. And then we got the photo hall yesterday done. And the wife got in and got the little table detailed last night. Put a couple of items on it. And then we're over here. Pirate display is going to be our first display that we work on today. I've got 4 more skeletons to bring out here for this. And I'm going to turn the camera off a sec so I can plug in the blow-ups. Hold on. Yeah, the pirate display is going to be the first one. We are going to bring everything out that we need for this display so we can get it finished, minus the weapons for the crate. And maybe Jen's picture. I don't know if I'm going to bring the picture out or not. I'm a little nervous about bringing it out this early. I don't want that thing getting ruined. And we got witch's display. Not much has gone on in there. And we got that little display done, all other than the electrical and water. Same way with this one. Fountain must have blown out last night. Hold on, let me get that fixed. There we go, all fixed. And then here's the chain haul. You got a little bit of a dark glimpse of it last night. And then out the exit. Now we just need to get the gate open so we can get out, don't we? Or do we want to be trapped in the haunt? We could be either or. Here, let's see. Figures, cobwebbing's sticking to the camera. There we go. And we'll relatch it. Put the finial back on. Okay, we're good to go. We're out of the haunt. You've had your walkthrough. And we'll get the kitty head turned right. And this one always gets caught right here. There we go. Okay, we're all set up and good to go. Okay, now like I was saying, pirate display is going to be our first display, first thing that we work on out here. But we are not going to work on the pirate display quite yet. If you remember last night, I got started on those LEDs. And I need to see if I have the right saw blade. I need to get the veneer and the plexiglass cut. So I'm going to go check to see if I have the right saw blade for doing that. I need a fine saw blade, not a rough saw blade like what I've been using. And if not, I'll run an errand later, get me the right saw blade. But I want to get that stuff cut first, at least get it cut into size. There's other stuff I need to do with it, you know, as far as sanding and shaping and all that I could do tonight, but I can't cut it at night. It's just, my saws are just too damn noisy. So I'm gonna get that stuff cut first, and then we'll get out here, we'll get started on the pirate display. Okay, we're out in the Dragon's Lair bookshop. And I did have a blade. It's one of my old blades that I use for doing specialty cutting. So it's been used, but still nice and sharp. Got my boxes. I showed you these last night. The one step I didn't do on it was on the end here. I needed to drill a couple of holes. See if I can get a hold of it right here to mount that to it. And that's how I'm going to be doing my wire connections. And I got to drill a couple of little holes to give me access for the tabs on the back. And I'll be mounting one of these on either side of it. That way I can do my electrical connections for the LEDs. First order of business is I need to get that up onto the table. And I'm going to cut it down, since it's 8 foot long, I'm going to cut it down into 2 foot length, widths. It'll be easier to manage running it through the table saw. And then once that's cut, I gotta get all this stuff moved so I can get access to the table saw. Yeah, this shop is, it's nice having it. It's a lot better than doing it in the basement like I used to. But it's small. You know, if you want to use any big pieces of equipment, you have to rearrange the whole damn shop. Fun. Okay, had an unforeseen errand to run. Actually, kind of unforeseen and not. My mother needed her prescription, so I had to go up and get those. Also, need to pick up a new blade. The one I had's been hanging up on the wall for ages. And it's still cutting, but smoking like crazy, which means the blade's getting dull. So I went ahead and picked up a new saw blade. We'll get that put on there tonight. The full sheet of Luan I had, I got down, cut into 2 foot widths, and which gave me 4 of them. I went and took one of them, cut it down into strips, which are the same dimensions as the box. It fits perfectly over the top. I'm going to have to sand it down just slightly on the sides and on the ends once I get it cut to length, so it'll fit inside. I also did the same thing to some plexiglass, and it's got to go through the same steps as that. Now what I'm going to do, it's going on noon, I'm going to go ahead and grab lunch, and I'll install the saw blade tonight, and well, hopefully tonight or the next time I get back to this project, and we'll work on this project a little bit more, hopefully tonight, get things cut into length, width, and what have you. But for right now, I'm going to get some lunch, and then after lunch, we are going to head out to the haunt, and we're going to get started putting the pirate display together. Well, guys, haven't given you much footage today, but I told you we were going to work on the pirate display. Well, here we go. We got done in here in the pirate display, and the wife even got in and did the costuming. We still have a electrical and airline for that guy to do. Oh, and Jen, we got your picture up. But got a few things. The wife's got some detail work to do on the bar yet behind that guy. We got to get the coins into the treasure chest. Those guys are trying to go for a boat ride in a wine barrel. Oh, and then we got these guys up here that we put up in the tree. And this guy. So, pirate display is coming together really, really good. Wife's also been doing some detail work of her own over here in the witches display. I thought I'd show you that. And she's got some books up. And her trunk's filled. And we got the skull table going. She's still got a few things left to do yet. But some of her tags that she's done up, we've gotten different patterns off the internet, printed them out. Just about everything's got its own tags. So not too bad here. Now she's been working in other areas of the haunt today too. She's taken a break from cobwebbing and doing detail work. Oh, I'll change her moving. She bailed on me before I could get over here to film her. There we go. But you know, she's slowly working on the gypsy display. Fun. But anyway, that's kind of what we've been doing. She's been doing costuming, and I've been trying to get the pirate scene set up. It's been working out pretty good. I'm about ready to go in and grab another tub as soon as I get a break in. And then we're going to see what display we end up in. It's going to be potluck. Yeah, I'm sitting on the front porch. I just don't have the energy today. That pirate display took a lot out of me. Next tub's out, and it's gypsy display. And it's got a few other things in it as well. So we're going to head over. We're going to do the gypsy display. Then I've got a photo to hang over in the witch display. And I've got some stuff for the torture chamber. So we're going to do gypsy, witch, torture, and we're just going to get those three displays kind of knocked out today, and then we'll see where we're at after that. Also thinking clown hall. We're getting down low enough on tubs. I've got 2.25 tubs of mishkabibble. In other words, just little things that we spread throughout the haunt to fill holes. I've got 1 tub of sewer room stuff, you know, stuff that floats in the ponds that I can't put in until the liners are in. And then I'm not sure what's in the line. Oh, and then we got a tub of costuming and stuff. Past that, I am not exactly sure what we've got left in there. I think we have 1 more tub left. So I'm thinking, depending on what it is, I'm slating the clown hall for tomorrow. We will start assembling the clown hall. I'll probably spend most of the day working on the clown hall. And why I say most of the day is because it's a new display. I'm not sure where things are going to go. The burping, excuse me. Ooh. But you know, like the pirate display, we've had that one for so many years, and while we do change it up, you know, we add a couple of new things, we take out a couple of the old things. It's basically the same stuff every year, you know, and once I figure out what the size of the display is, it can only go together one way, so it's, you know, fairly straightforward. So, you know, I kind of know what to expect. On the clown hall, this is the first year. I am not exactly sure how it's going to go, you know, and it's going to be a lot of, oh, here, let's try this here, step back, look at it, no, don't look good, take it down, move it to someplace else. However, we are going to have a lot of that this year, so in the clown hall. Plus, I've got to get the air whips ran and the electrical for the air whips and stuff, get all that ran over to where the control box and stuff for it is going to be. So, well, it's just about dinner time. Thought I'd give you a bit of a rundown on what's been done so far. The wife's been out here, did a little bit more detailing. Got some bottles out, some cards and stuff in the pirate display. And then that last tub I was working on was mainly a mixture of gypsy and witch, and it was more witch than gypsy. So got a few more things out in the witch display, plus the broom, and we got our swag lamp over here, and it's a book and a couple of skulls. Well, one of the skulls, I can't remember if it's that one or that one, goes on the lamp. Now, in here, over in the Gypsy, wasn't all that much really to do. We got that book up and the Ouija board and the scrying bowl. The wife still has a few things to put on the table here, I think. As to the book and the lamp, we had problems with those last year. Those were not tied into a Scooby-Doo board. I just went with the sensors on them, and half the time they triggered, the other half they didn't. So I went and I took them in the house, snipped the wires to the sensors, and added on 5-6 feet of extra wire, and both of those are going to be tied on to a Scooby-Doo board. So they will activate this year, as long as the Scooby board activates this year. I should have no problem with it, getting to be an old hand. Now, that leaves the torture chamber, which is my next project. I've got weapons that need to be hung up on this wall and over there, and maybe, you know, scattered around inside. I know you can't see it too much. That white thing is a dummy that goes on the stocks there. Need to get that mounted. I need to get my fire and ice lights in the stove and a couple other little doodads. So we're going to work on that tonight. I'm going to get started on it now, and we'll get it finished after dinner. Before I can start, though, in fact, we'll do this here. We'll move the light over. See all those? That's all the fence panels for the sewer room. So what I'm going to end up having to do, because I need to hang the weapons there, get them, you know, and those fence panels are in the way. I got to move all the fence panels over to that hallway to get them out of the way. So that's going to be my first job, is moving those. Okay, part success, part failure. Got the stove fixed up. I got 2 fire and ice lights, one for the bottom, one for the top on the inside. Got the torture tools on the stove. We got the cloth dummy. You can see the legs back there installed, as well as the hands. Wife can come out and get him in costume now. The epic failure I had, and let me get over here so my shadow's not blocking the shot, is on the tools. And it's the fishing line I used. Extremely visible. And this is a, what is it, 120 pound test fishing line. And I forgot about how visible it was. I spent 45 minutes to an hour tying up all the weapons, getting all the strings on all the weapons. All I'd have to do is get up here and install them. Forgetting that that fishing line is going to be very visible. I need the clear fishing line, and I've got rolls of it in the shop. Problem is, that means taking this stuff off, all the weapons, and retying them, which is another half hour, 45 minutes of redoing. I don't feel like doing it tonight. It's going on just a hair after 9. I don't want to be out here till well after 10. Need to get this vlog edited and put up. So what I'm going to do is leave it as is for now. I'm not going to put the weapons up. We're going to get in here tomorrow, and I'll do it tomorrow morning, first thing. We'll get the weapons installed, the shields installed, and then go from there. Then after we're done with that, then we'll move on and doing the clown, hopefully. But let me get cleaned up, things shut down out here, and we'll meet back up on the front stoop, and we'll give you a wrap up. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic and a little disappointing. I was hoping to have that torture chamber done tonight, and I probably could get it done, but that was a stupid mistake, using the wrong fishing line. And it's getting chilly out here. It's going to be down in the 40s tonight. Low 40s, I have a feeling, the way it's feeling. It's after 9 o'clock. I don't really want to stay out here that late. It's too late to go out and do any work in the shop. I need to get this edited and uploaded, and I'd like to get to bed halfway decent hour tonight. Whether that's going to happen or not is another story. As far as a wrap up of the day, we did pretty damn good. The wife was out here for about another 4 hours today, going through and detailing and decorating quite a few of the displays. She's gotten a little bit of everything in just about every display. And you know, like I mentioned, tomorrow we're going to be working on the clown hallway. It's going to have to wait till after I finish the torture chamber, which won't take long. It'll be about an hour. But she drug out a couple of the skeletons and got them dressed and ready to go in. Yes, I'm going to have clown skeletons in the clown hall. And she got them all decked out and they're ready to be installed. We got the witch display, the pirate display, and the gypsy display, for the most part, detailed. We've still got 4, maybe 5 tubs in the spare bedroom, 2 of which are hodgepodge items, filler items, I guess you can call them. You know, we go in and put into corners and stuff that need, you know, something in them. You know, so they're just not empty corners. She usually handles that. I've got another crate of stuff that actually goes in the ponds in the blacklight room, which can't go in until I get the liners in. You know, there's a couple other, you know, things need to be painted, what have you. And then there's a tub of costumes. We've got oodles of different little costumes that we've collected. Basically, it's my girls' old Halloween costumes, or party costumes, or specialty costumes that we've bought for one project or another over the years for the haunt. We've saved them all, and we mix and match them. But all in all, really good day. Tomorrow should be fairly straightforward. We got to finish the torture chamber. We're going to do and finish the clown hallway tomorrow. But chain haul, get my mistake fixed and finish that off. And then get in the clown hall, all the decorations up in that. And depending on what time we have, I might, well, at least get started on doing the ponds, lining them in the blacklight room. Whether we get them finished tomorrow or not is another story. But that's on the docket. Torture chamber, clown hall, blacklight room. So, you know, something to look forward for tomorrow. You know, it's not an a whole lot of change in the blacklight room, just putting the linings in. But then again, as I was getting ready to say that, once the linings are in, I can put the fences up, I can get the props into their final positions, you know, and so on. You know, so it, you know, there will be a big change. It just depends on how far we get. If we don't finish the ponds tomorrow, we'll finish them the next day for sure. As far as adding water in there, though, we're going to wait till a couple of days prior to opening before we add the water. But we're getting closer. I'm thinking, what is today, by the way? Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. We should have all the decorations up and finished Friday, is what we're shooting for. And then Saturday, Sunday, I can start in on electrical, which will be nice. We're several days ahead. So, anyway, I'm going to bring this to a close and get in the house. So, stay spooky and stay toxic on day 17.